Hey guys, I wanted to come back real quick to show you my cornbread that's done. This is the first batch, and I have another one of these, but I can't find it. But I have two of these, which is over here. I'm getting ready to fill that one now with this mix once I finish mixing it. So I just wanted to show you. And my greens are pretty much done. I'm just letting them simmer a little bit. Probably have to pour some water off them a little bit, but they taste great. I just taste both batches, and they taste pretty good. So I'll come back maybe later. I think I might start on one pan of dressing tonight, the little smaller pan. So, and I'll come back and show you that. The cornbread is done, as you see. So all I'm going to do is just crumble it up. And I might end up switching to a bigger pan to mix it. I'm just tired of washing dishes. But that's basically, and when you take it out the oven, you want to give it about 30 minutes, 40 minutes to cool off. I did spray the pan with this here a little bit. Plus I put oil in the cornbread mixture, so that helps to keep it from sticking as much. I'm going to go ahead and finish crumbling this up, and then I'll come back and show you how I add my ingredients. This is what I'm going to add to the cornbread here after I finish crumbling up the pieces. They're very moist. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to add not too much. This little pan here is for my parents so they can eat on their own time. I'm just kind of stir that in. And normally I would cook the meat first and use the juices from the meat. But since I have so much to cook, I'm just going to use chicken broth. And then when the meat is done, you know, I can always kind of pour some juice over it. You know, a duck is greasy anyway. But I'm going to cook that separate in its own pan because this little pan here is pretty small. But the way I make my dressing, I don't even really have to use any juice from the meat, but it's good for flavoring, so I probably will do it anyway. But that's, add a little bit more. And real quick, I'm going to show you what ingredients I'm going to use, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to use sea salt, and I don't measure, you guys, so I mean, I can just kind of break it down at the end once the dressing's done. But I'm going to use sea salt, black pepper, a little seasoning salt, and to give it the dressing flavor so it won't taste like cornbread, my favorites is sage and the ground cumin, I call it cumin, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and this is just some sage I'm going to use up. It's not that much left in there. But that's it, and then I'm going to use the Swanson chicken broth. Then I'll come back once it's done. And if you guys have any questions at the end of the tape, feel free to ask me in the comment section or send me an inbox or whatever. But I'll be back. I'm getting ready to put this in the oven. It's totally mixed. I just want to show you, I did use 2 cans of the Swanson chicken broth to flavor it since I didn't cook the meats first. And this tastes pretty good. I mean, it brings out the flavor and the ingredients and the bread. But just to roughly let you know how much I used in each seasoning. Like I said, I don't measure. I'm not a chef, so the cumin and sage, I would say probably a teaspoon and a half for this size pan. Teaspoon and a half, and the same, I would say half a teaspoon with the cumin. Half teaspoon, teaspoon and a half. And these are coarse granules of the sea salt. It really brings the flavor out in the food, but if you use too much, it can be too salty. So you want to be careful with that. I use the big coarse when I cook, you know, large meals and whatnot. But I would say about a half teaspoon of the sea salts and half teaspoons of the black pepper and a little bit under a half teaspoon of the sea salt and half teaspoon of the Italian seasoning, half teaspoons of garlic. And then you want to mix it once you pour this in and taste it. Of course, it's not going to be like taste like great because it's not cooked and it's cold, kind of cool, or room temperature or whatnot. But you know, that's what you need to do. You need to taste your food as you're mixing, so you can get an idea of where you're at with the flavoring. But that's pretty much it, and I'll come back and show you how this looks once it's done. And I think that's pretty much going to be my dish for the night. It's like here in Indianapolis, it's going on 10 o'clock. It's getting late. I can show you my greens real quick because they're done. Take this off. I got stuff everywhere. But the greens are done. They look good. They taste good. A little bit of Joe's bacon in there. And I'm actually going to wait till these cool off a little bit and go ahead and put them in the refrigerator. And that's that pot. And the other pot that I was showing you guys earlier that I'm making for my parents, they're done too. And again, I cooked these with turkey wings. The meat just fell right off the bone. And that's pretty much it. They taste great. I'm actually going to transfer. I mean, you can see this is a nice size pot. And this one's even bigger. I'm actually going to clean this pot out and put it in this one and put it in the refrigerator. Of course, everything won't fit into this one, but we have 2 side-by-sides. One is in the garage out here, which you probably won't be able to see. It's dark, but you can see it's like right there. That's our second side-by-side. So a lot of the food, Thanksgiving food, is going to go in there too, because my refrigerator is crowded. That's all the stuff, leftovers and crap. That's the freezer. As you see, I love to cook. But that's it for the night. And tomorrow I'll come back real quick and show you my favorite dishes. Homemade mac and cheese, my candy yams, and if I have a little more tape left, I probably have about part 1, 2, 3, and 4 if I try to show you everything. So we'll see. I might get too busy, but I'll try to stop by and show you those dishes at least. Have a good night. It's quite early. It's about 6:22 a.m. so I'm not going to talk that loud. It is what, Wednesday morning, day before Thanksgiving, and just put my sweet potatoes on, and I have it on about 7.5, so that's a little over medium heat. That's about 10 sweet potatoes, maybe 11. So I just wanted to show y'all that real quick, and once those are done, I start making the dish. I'll come back, guys, to show you real quick. This is the dressing I made yesterday. It's completely done. Last night I made it. It's completely done. And I forgot to tell you too, these are probably going to cook for about an hour, just long enough for the water to boil and they become tender. Not tender to where they just break apart, but just tender enough to where I can slice them. And actually I take the skin off once they cook and cool. After they're done cooking and cool off, I'll just peel off the skin. So we're looking at about an hour and a half maybe, because you know it's quite a bit of water. It's a big pot. So I forgot to mention that. But I'll come back when that's just about done, or show you my next prep, whichever comes first. Be back.